Hi, and welcome to LNA Does Audio Stuff. Hey, today we will have another all about Ableton Live video, and today it's about the new amazing 11.1 update audio effect, Shifter. Before that, remember to subscribe, remember to hit the bell icon so that you see all my other videos as well, because it's so much fun to be here on my channel. So remember to do those things. Let's get into it now. Okay, in front of me here in Ableton Live, I have a session and I have a little song going on, and we're gonna now use Shifter really creatively while learning everything about it. Okay, so we're gonna go first to the vocals, and we're just gonna go audio effects, pitch modulation, and Shifter. Oh yeah. So it's basically a pitch and frequency shifter. We can customize audio according to pitch, frequency, and this really cool area called ring. So this kind of takes us to the first area called modes. So pitch, we're going to actually shift the incoming signal via pitch, and this chorus button here is the thing that changes it the most. The chorus will change it in semitones. I wanna go with you. Okay, now let's use the semitones chorus to go, example, 2 semitones up. I wanna go with you. So, as you can see, we can go up and down, but why Shifter is more than just, example, this pitch control here is because of all these other settings that it gives us. So example, we have this fine tune here. So let's just go couple up 3 semitones. And we can fine tune it. I wanna go with you. So it might be slightly flat, or example, if we do layering or stacking, we might want to go a little bit fine tune it. But also we have this control wide, and you can see as soon as I change it from wide, it gives us option spread. It creates a really cool stereo effect, so we can spread it around. So instead of when doing stacking manually, you might need to duplicate the track, slightly detune the other track to kind of create this really cool effect. Well, this does it automatically for you because we're just, and also adding that stereo effect with it as well. So we're detuning the other channel slightly, creating a nice stereo with a nice kind of bigger sound, really. So I want to show you especially this with the keyboard. So this is something that I would personally use for chords. The chords without any effects on it. The wide option on. Can you hear this? Already so much cooler. Obviously, then we have the window option as well as delay and tone. So window, it's the window measurement used by the algorithm. So we have this algorithm that is changing the pitch. So obviously it's the window of it. It will change the tone a tiny bit. So it's quite cool. Let's just listen it with the vocals. I wanna go. So if we go high in the measurements. I wanna go with you. You can hear that there's a little bit of the kind of jump delay on it. I wanna go. And it sounds a lot harder when we are on the left here. I wanna go with you. Cool. Okay, so then on the vocals, we have the tone. So it cuts the high frequency away from the delay's feedback path. We can cut high frequencies away with the tone. Okay, so the delay, it adds pitch shifting delay to it. I wanna go. So that's without the pitch shifting. Let's add some pitch shift into it. Okay, that's really cool. Okay, let's go again. So adding a little bit spread, and then the feedback is really nice on vocals. Let's go into the LFO area. So it's this area here. We can add an LFO, so low frequency oscillator, into our shifter. LFO is an electronic frequency below 20 Hertz that creates a rhythmic pulse or sweep kind of sound into the signal. So we have the LFO normal controls here. So we have the shape of the pulse. So we have a sine wave, which is a very familiar to us. So this is the shape of the pulse, okay? Otherwise, we can go triangle. That's the shape of the pulse, and so on. So we have quite a lot of quite interesting ones here. You know, we have random ones. We have sawtooth. We also have, you know, step ones. These are really fascinating kind of random weird stuff. So then we have, again, rate of it. So how fast is the pulse, and the amount of it. How much of the pulse are we having? Also, we have the rate again in time signature, or we have in hertz. We also have here duty cycle and spin. So if we put the duty cycle on, so it goes negative 100 and it goes plus 100. You can see like that. It's to do with how active is the cycle. So you can see that we are shaping the cycle here. We can make it minus, or we can make it much bigger. And this will affect what's the pulse like. So this is literally the pulse. Woo, 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 and so on. Do you get me? Then we have spin, and spin we also can change it to phase, and spin and phase are to do with the phasing of the signals. So it's to do with the stereo. So if we put it on phase, we have two separate pulses going on same time. So if the other one goes like this, other one goes like this, are they matching, going same time, or are they going in different phase? In phase, out of phase. So we can select the phase here. So phase, out of phase, and so on. And then spin is basically, we have this really cool stereo effect that it almost feels like it's like going around our head. So it kind of separates those two stereos from each other and kind of makes it spin around in our head. So you can control that with the amount here, percentage, and then there we go. Now they're out of phase. So the stereo effect is really real. And then we can try the spin. That is really funny. The LFO as well. So we can put, ooh, look at that shape. That's pretty. But something like this could be very, very cool with your chords. So if you want to use LFO just for the pulse of the actual, the volume of the signal, then you can add another LFO effect to it. But this is, of course, affecting pitch shifting of the tone. Retro effect here. So if we do just a little bit amount, it almost feels like, you know, like a tape or something is being stretched. Can you hear it? So after this, we have the envelope follower section. What it does is that it uses the amplitude of the incoming signal. So incoming signal is our vocals currently. Basically translates it into a modulation source. That's the official explanation for it. But let's see how it actually works. If you're not familiar what envelope is the controls on how the sound works. When does it start? How fast does it start? How, slow does it end? So does it go whoop, boom, or does it go boom? Do you get me? So attack is how fast does it start, release is how does it end. So obviously we also have the amount of it, and that's the intensity of the envelope. So the value here, it's represented in semitones, and we can go minus and we can go plus 24. So remember, semitones is the same as in here. So we go up in, obviously, because we're doing pitch modulation. Let's just have a look. It's quite fun. Let's take delay off so we can hear that, and also let's take the LFO off so you can just hear only the what we have in here. I wanna go with you. And then we put attacks very relatively short. I wanna go with you. So you can hear it goes. But what if we put the release much shorter? I wanna go with you. So it goes to go with you. How is the pitch reacting with the sound? It's really cool. So on the shifter, we also have the frequency. Pitch, the chorus is in semitones, where in the frequency mode we have in hertz. We also have everything else, same options, but we don't have window. We have all the other options. So let's go to the chords and play around with that. So I'm going to take everything else off. Let's just put frequency option, add some spread, maybe a little bit of a LFO. So this is really cool if we want to actually modulate the sound a lot more. Sounds so cool. Or we can add the delay. Little bit of a very subtle LFO. Envelope. So without the shifter, sounds like this. And with the shifter. It's kind of lo-fi. It's kind of really warm. And now we also have a section called drive with the ring. So this one will sound very different, even without the drive yet. Okay, let's work on this. And let's just play with the chorus first. Stay with me. This is the thing. It might sound weird now, but stay with me. Okay, and then we're gonna go to drive. Add some drive to it, go to the mix. So this will be the dry, wet control. How much original do we have and how much of the actual modulation do we have on the sound? Need to find a nice frequency that really works with the sound. Let's go back to 1 kilohertz and go tone down. So again, you can get very experimental with it, but also the ring mode for drums. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm kind of liking it. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, there's also one area still that we need to look at, and that is this area. So we have the mode of internal sound or MIDI sound, and this is where things can get very, very fun. So internal is where the device itself kind of generates the sound either using pitch or frequency or ring sound. So otherwise now we can go in MIDI and we can actually find the sound from somewhere else. So example, we have the chords. We have this MIDI instrument here. Let's just turn that off. So it's still playing. The clip is active, but actually the track is muted. So we have now feeding in the chord progression of the song into the vocals using the shifter. We also have a glide option here. We also have the pitch bend range here. So let's just put maybe 5 semitones there. And I'm going to go back to pitch mode here, take off the LFO, dry, wet, I'm going to put all the way full up. I'm going to take the glide off actually, and it's going to be very fun. I want to go with you. We have the melody coming from the chords, so it's inspired by the chords, as well as our original sound. So it's almost like there's a harmony to it. I wanna go with you. I wanna go with you. Let's bring it 12 up. I wanna go with you. I wanna go with you. I wanna go with you. In a pitch. I wanna go with you. That sound. I wanna go with you. I wanna go. A little bit LFO. The width, and also be a little bit of that kind of tape stretch. For the drums, we're gonna add tiny bit of the ring with the drive and take the width away, tone down, LFO away. No, tiny bit of LFO. Actually adds a nice face there. And with bass. I wanna go with you. I wanna go with you. I wanna go with you. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, please hit the bell icon, and also check out my Patreon family. These are my amazing Patreon family members. We have weekly live streams, we have competitions, monthly masterclasses, Discord, and lots of other fun things. Go and check it out, link down below. Thank you so much. Please come again next week because I post every single Sunday. Okay, have a nice time with your shifter. Bye.